bitch.
Fuck you.
You see me, I see through you. You say fuck me, I say fuck you. You don't love me, I don't love you. I rise above and I say fuck you, bitch.
I don't know how I find the power to face these fucking cowards. All I really wanna do is disembowel one every hour. Go home, smoke a joint, and beat off in the shower. Then dispose of all the evidence and pop a couple downers. You know me, then you know I really have no friends. Get high a lot, I drink and drive a lot. The innocent, they die a lot. Now don't be fooled when you see me smile a lot, cause I go punk rock, blow up your whole block. Break up, break up, motherfucker, break up. I don't give a fuck, motherfucker, wake up. You're not punk rock, bitch, you're just a punk. Die, motherfucker, die, motherfucker, die. Die, motherfucker, die, motherfucker, die. Get high, motherfucker, high. We ride, motherfucker, for motherfucking die. Meet me in the parking lot, pussy. Semper Fi, put 'em up, I'm ready for a fight. These First Amendment rights are guaranteed to me regardless if I say shit you don't like. So every night I grab that mic, I spit shit just for spite. If I can put some lines, what the fuck should I recite? Poems I'm into shit some light on all these hypocrites and sodomites. Party out inside a ride in this so tonight. Cause I don't give a fuck. Now shut the fuck up. Or I'll go straight punk, blow your whole block. Break up, break up, motherfucker, break up. I don't give a fuck, motherfucker, wake up. You're not punk rock, bitch, you're just a punk. Die, motherfucker, die, motherfucker, die. Die, motherfucker, die, motherfucker, die. Get high, motherfucker, motherfucker, We ride, motherfucker, motherfucking die. Die, motherfucker, die, motherfucker, die. Die, motherfucker, die, motherfucker, die. Get high, motherfucker, motherfucker, We Yo, hold up. Yo, hold up. Let's go. Pull up at the spot, death. You leaving without breath. I was doing without, yes. Now I'm getting a lot best. Jugging the plot, chest. Fucking the pot, yes. Till it be spotless. I walk with a lot less. Listen to me, baby, shut it up. Thou shalt not talk when I wasteland. Shout it booty on me, mix it up. Put that pussy on me like a kitty perch. We selling in progress. Fuck all of the nonsense. You better be cautious. The shit is beyond flesh. The shit is above influence. The shit is unconscious. You copy my whole style. You still be a whole bitch. You cannot hold this. You cannot clone this. Man, not like a pipe bowl. I can't even fold this. I got a bad hand. Can't even hold this. My word in my own piss. They know I'm corrosive. Listen to me, homie, shut it up. Thou shalt not talk on my block. If I let off on me, you ain't getting up. Foot up on your neck and here you go. I'm telling you, watch this. They got me on watch list. When my haters watch this, it made my cock stiff. Homie, I got this. If you wanna talk shit, then go to the game, ho. And yeah, we obnoxious. We breaking the gates down. You calling a locksmith. We got it on key lock. We got it on locksmith. Pull up at the spot, death. You're leaving without breath. I was doing without, yes. Now I'm getting a lot best. Jugging the plot, chest. Fucking the pot, yes. Till it be spotless. I work with a lot less. Thou shalt not talk when I wasteland. Thou shalt not talk when I wasteland. Thou shalt not talk when I, thou shalt not talk when I, thou shalt not talk when I wasteland. 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 Thou shalt not talk when we wasteland. Survivor, I've made it this far. Walking the wasteland. You've lost some, but don't be discouraged. Do not mourn your dead, for those folks who left to pass before. Shall we all be envious? This concludes the broadcast.
Hey, Anthony, Robert, does the music sound better now that I moved the shit closer to the mic? Because it was kind of choppy on my phone when I went down the stairs to try to smoke. Is it clear now?
Yeah, a little bit.
Tired of the lies, man, I fuck the system boss. I'm out here in the range, mask on my face. And fuck anybody tryna hate upon the name. See the shadows in the rap, see the body trap. Fuck that suicide, but that just focus on my rest. Smoking kush by the stick, getting pussy by the pound. I know that she said she fuck a wicked cause I hit the club, then the dip I went with that briefcase. And if I got caught, the plug will help me beat the case. Rats cut for the snakes, keep a grip for the face. Shot them work there with me with the moves I'm about to make. Twisting up, smoking blunts up in the backseat. I'll be riding high when the reaper gonna snatch me. On a hold a grudge, see the dealer tryna catch me. Duffel full of hashies, stuck in these rap sheets. 3 a.m. I'm ripping down the freeway. See the ghost, just the devil on my keychain. Think I might die before I ever see fame. Shit keep getting crazy living around me these days. Tryna pussy, you don't really wanna go to war. Rolling demons, so you know I grab the devil off. Somebody told me watch that cloud when it rained it pours. And I've been killing shit so much that I forgot to scroll. And I got real got a gossip, say that hoe. Talking about that H triple bitch, I bang that foe. We be illin' outside while you stay at home. Yeah, I been the OG, so fuck all them clones. Hey bitch, I move like the mafia. I can sign me up for all them bitches on the other side that copy us. Pull up on your spot, everything I'm bustin' shit. Dump you in the gutter when you fucking with that action trick. Smoking blunts up in the backseat. I'll be riding high when the reaper gonna snatch me. On the holding grudge, see the dealer tryna catch me. Duffel full of hashies, stuck in these rap sheets. I'll be twisting up, smoking blunts up in the backseat. I'll be riding high when the reaper gonna snatch me. On the holding grudge, see the dealer tryna catch me. Duffel full of hashies, stuck in these rap sheets. I'll be twisting up, smoking blunts up in the backseat. I'll be riding high when the reaper gonna snatch me. On the holding grudge, see the dealer tryna catch me. Duffel full of hashies, stuck in these rap sheets. Smash his head till I see brains and watch the blood drain. Shoes up with them from the blood stains. Pull up on back to the gun.
Okay, that's better. I had noise cancellation on my laptop. That's why I couldn't hear none of the instrument.
Back
ripping and flash shipping the gang, giving a fuck about the fame. We got it inside of our veins, right? Keep flexing, but one question remains: how in the fuck are you gonna survive with the bullet inside of your brain, huh? We ain't killing you, we have you restrained. How you gonna rattle the cage with the rap game Alice in Chains, huh? They hate us now because we clocking some revenue, standing over the chef and we look at the shit to add pepper to. Yeah, we know that it threatens you and we kind of expect it to. Who gon' keep on respecting you with these pecker was checking you, huh? Overstepping, you might slip in the stains. Ain't tripping, we just stepping on brains. You can try to copy the juke, but it just won't be the same. We laughing at every little attempt you make it to try to
6. Just some ghetto boys whipping in the old school 6. Little different with a twist, might roll through quick. Sipping on my bitch, cold for fear. Just know those risks, so don't trip. Gonna make a cracker jack and see a flow so flip. Although most get that kid so sick. Just look at them kids, watch the dress go whip. Y'all undercover fam, lost boy, y'all be acting so keep the Sutherland. What I look like, coming dressed as another man. But the man other than the mother and the other man that raised me. Crazy, hate it, baby, wave it. Hard work, never been lazy. Say you don't fit the mold, can't clone that. Might be too cold, but brother, just know that
I'm not like you guys.
and I'm never gonna be that.
I'm not like you. I'm not like you. I'm not like you guys.
And I'm never gonna be that.
I'm not like you. I'm not like you. Dark and scary, paranoid. Dark and scary.
You're talking to a cracker that was born with fangs. I was born with fangs in the desert where the motherfucking vultures hang. In the 100-degree weather that'll scorch your brain. With the tortured souls, absorb the pain. And report to the Frank Oceans for Novocaine. Vegas is the city where I come from, so run away. Vegas is the city where I come from, so run away. Cause what the fuck were you gonna say? Super soak about the most, your homies is quantity spray. See us in them hearses and you tucking your thugs away. Cold arms of death, about to give you a hug today. Rock where the fiends taking you all the way. Mr. Drug Dealer, just a dealer they drug away. So keep shooting them mugs at me. Standing in the street with cops pointing their guns at me. Not like you, don't wanna be. Never ever was, never ever gonna be. Put a chain, put a whip, put a gun on me. Funny thing, isn't that what you wanna do? Wanna see? Couple changes in the system. Land of the free, starting to feel like a prison. Prison get broken, I'm looking for some vengeance. Wild big business, maybe your children. Did I get your attention, fam? Been damn, always been a little fucking different, man. Never owned a single pair of chains in my life. It's okay, I'm alright. Fucking Gucci in my hoodie, being real with ya. Slap a second motherfucker out of seal figure. Talking shit that we got something that'll deal with ya. Rather pour 40 on his grave to drink a beer with ya.
I'm not like you.
Bitch, I'm from the land of the scams and the scandia. Fucking on a stripper, bitch, and then I rob a manager. Sin City bout it, if you doubt it, gonna Annie up. Stomp that boy out, he look like he's smoking salvia. Bitch, I was 11, hitting licks at the Excalibur. Then I turned 13, 12 ain't in my algebra. Freeway selling all my brothers in the canister. Hiding from a Juggalo, that's when they spray your mammy up. With your ass, take your panties off. She keep sucking on my neck, now I just call her Dracula. Only fan bitch, you pay the kid to get on camera. She just pull my dick out, she don't think that she could handle it. As a youngin', I would nickel trapping in the banister. Started running bricks back and forth in a Challenger. I am not a man or a horse, I'm an animorph. Did this on my own without a label or a manager,
Now you're playing some good shit.
So start running, and we gon' start. It's a hood gang, out to get that hood change. Even if you have to put a hoe on that hood blade, trying to get that paper up, trying to get a paper up. 2-gun Kelly, and I'm ready for whatever. One gun ready, one unsteady, ready for whatever. About to make me some spaghetti, looking for some Betty. Y'all niggas ain't ready.
Back to make some noise like it's Armageddon. I have an axe in my hand and a 9 in the other. My mother taught me well, learned how to murder for my brother. Every time I kill, I have to howl at the moon. It ain't always at night though, sometimes it's at noon. And I'm like, Lord save me, Jesus. When I start cut this damn food into pieces. If you've heard of us, you know we murder us. Precision crack with martial arts, but still prefer to bust.
Go, go, get 'em, drop 'em, wet 'em, up. Go, get 'em, drop 'em in the brush. Double clutch boys, making much noise. Double clutch, they need 2 hands for such toys.
Wanna get done up, double clutch gun up. I did it for fun now. While I'm smoking marijuana, 2 pistol kid. Twice the charge man. Hold up, let me check a minute. Oh, I got an extra leg. My waist gonna slang it like Brown Bill Hancock. Up in the cut, bitch. I'm scuffing with that red dot. I'm mixing much nose trick. I woke up here. I'm off your 6 and ICP. Man, we leave motions and tackle. 2 hatchets up. One in each hand finna hack 'em up. I don't really mean to gas 'em up, but if any one of my enemies start to acting up, I got good hands, don't have to bluff. Matter of fact, 2 hands and they bad as fuck. I got a bad bitch that would love to suck. Both hands on the ass, that's double clutch. Jump a motherfucker, that's double dutch. Fuck the police, they don't trouble us. Your crew won't beat, they ain't thug enough to even try to ever come and fuck with us. I got 2 hatchets, I huck 'em at your head, then I pull 2 heaters and make sure that you're dead. Double clutch.
Get 'em, drop 'em, wet 'em, up. Go, get 'em, drop 'em in the brush. Double clutch boys, making much noise. Double clutch, they need 2 hands for such toys.
24/7 with it. Take 9, 24/7 with it. I thought them niggas were with it, but then them niggas were really wanna give it. Fuck 'em, I never did trust 'em. Even though I love 'em, I figured they were busters. All these niggas from the hood ain't hood. Half of these niggas really up to no good. I'm a monster with the shit. 2 guns, shoot 2 laws, a big bitch. 30 round clips hanging up under the clip. Out the pussy on my plastic Glock, pussy bitch. Just got bent over, a fatal shooting occurred. He tried to take me in the county. This dude was absurd.
If you're watching on Facebook Live, on YouTube, you can click the link in the description. You come join us live. We're going to be playing a word association game. You pick a number, you get a word, you share on it. Everybody gets a chance to share on it. So if you're tuning in, come join us on live and Google me.
I ain't seen her in a minute, we just living for the moment. Chapter 17, we the best thing smoking. Hoes on my scrotum, stacks up like totem. The hatchet be my precious on that golem. Fuck 12 till them pussies stop patrolling. Steady whipping, got it popping, I be really money walking. Pull up tipping, bitches flocking, I'm a motherfucking problem. Wait, if I'm going crazy, hold up, wait. If I'm going crazy, steady whipping, got it popping, I be really money walking. Pull up tipping, bitches flocking, I'm a motherfucking problem. Wait.
Denver, Colorado! Please welcome for the last time of the Strictly Strange Tour 2008, the #1 independent rapper in the world, Ted How could I be so down at a time like this when I'm high like this? On the billboard charts when you major tours overseas when I fly like this. I be thinking about the people that need me, they need to get all of the pain that I might miss. Sooner or later it reach me, then leave me deep in the rain inside my pit. I'm going down now because my mom frowns. In a research psychiatric center without a son around. And I'm deep off in this hole when I'm out here rocking shows. I should be high cause my life is so rock and roll.
feel like the Grinch mixed with Ebenezer Scrooge. Let the fever ooze up out of me, clouding me, never eager to let up when I'm in an interview. They probably be thinking they're gonna hinder dude, cause he be looking like he might offend the rule. Never intricate to remember blues, because it's always right here with the Hennessy and light beer. Let it enter me and fight fear. Yeah, I know I quit, but I started back. The homie called again, and my bodyguard Nicholas just had a heart attack.
I'm sinking again, I'm drinking again, drowning in water, but breathing again, seething sand, many bleeding within, needing the grin, teasing the seed in despair. That's how I feel in the morning. That's how I sound when you call. I don't feel like I'm falling, I'm sorry, but I'm feeling low.
My smile is forced, my style is warped. Morale is corpse, now the Merrick palace torched. I live down with the wind, I'm at home with the 10 to the dome when I spin. I'm a zone, cause the phone must be roaming again. Out of tone, I'm alone, not a bomb when I spin. Time with I'm just mindless, my finest ninest. I find my mind in this line dish. Dying quick, not even a second from mindless. In the middle of a time when the music's flying, I'm completing my kindness. Low like the grasses, low like poor folks on grass shit. I'm so below the casket, ragged pulse of the maggots. Why do I feel this illness? I'm looking for something to come and kill this a little bit. I got my head in the hills cause the real shit is mama is suffering, taking pills with the stillness. And I feel it, I can't shake it. In any case, my space is the basement. I can't erase my abrasive encasement. I'm chasing hatred, my taste not complacent. So as I go to the flow, the industry finally opened the door. But now I'm in the motherfucker, all I feel is low.
I'm sinking again, I'm drinking again, drowning in water, but breathing again, seething sand, many bleeding within, needing the grin, teasing the seed in despair. That's how I feel in the morning. That's how I sound when you call. I don't feel like I'm falling, I'm sorry, but I'm feeling low.
You are the meanest person on the planet. I can even say anything more than that. You're a fucking devil. You have fun making your goddamn tail yellows because I'm trying to keep it darn it. You're nothing but fucking hell.
I was born a beast, you don't wanna meet. I'm the worst, a lot of women see the demon in me. Still they want a piece, they want me carnally. A lot of them are really searching for the semen in me. I let them know what the fun of a lust demon. They wanna rebust kitty, and rep, I love many. They trust me with the kind of thrust plenty. And jump in the next city, they wanted me, just kidding. But I can never tell a lie. If you look into my eyes, you can see that I'm a angel. Demon. Looking for the love in every thigh, making you wanna cry. Spirit of the beast.
Strangle?
Screaming. That I'm a serial killer when I come to heartbreaking, hating the fury. You're better cynic and it starts making everything wrong. Everything's gone, so why don't you say that you want for everything done? That just will make you much meaner. That's a mistake to love Nina. It sucks to hate the one thing that makes you come clean. The grace and just leave ya. I'm just a fucked up individual. I love lust and crushing different intervals. Plus bust the guts, shoving us in a fold. Eating a meaty muff like it's a dinner roll. You should've kept away like I told ya. How can you press to stay when I'm rover? I think it's safe to say that my face delay and I'm a waste away when I'm older. So just step and give me the cold shoulder. Cause I'm a mess that needed the most vulgar. And I'm a threat to never get no closure. My kiss is killing you, wake up and it's over. Why can't you see me? For me, you don't know who I am. I want you. Expose my beast inside. Yes, so you were willing to.
If you're watching on Facebook Live or YouTube, you can click the link in the comment section and you can come join us on Google Meet for the meeting. You don't have to show your face if you don't want to. That is totally up to you, and you don't have to share if you don't want to. And after the live recording, we usually hang out. So if you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube, you can click the link in the comment section and you can come join us on Google Meet. I'm gonna wait like 5-10 more minutes to start the meeting, see if anybody shows up late. I kind of posted last minute. I kind of shared the link last minute.
like I'm dreaming. Always surrounded by fiends that wanna bring bloody murder with the 15. I walk up in the door, I was planning to his mama when the 7 bullet holes up in his big geese. Smoking on some mint green, take a hit of weed, switch a weed in my brain, it's always spinning when I take a dab. Take another one and hit the fridge and make a pizza with the munchies. I'ma crunch it, now a nigga wanna take a nap. Cannabis sativa, baby I'm a fiend, I don't give a fuck, I promise you that I will never leave her. Scraping all the rest until it's gone, cause I'm broken, I don't got enough to get another sack, I need to re-up. But I'm off a liquor lead, I'm finna pop the millimeter, finna sit up on the couch and load the bong up with my feet up. Alaskan thunder, fuck up, I'm a push and the achiever. Top up with the wax, the edibles, I love to eat up. Up in the holistic choice, baby off a smoke, I'm medicated, feeling faded, marination of a mind. I wake up and another bowl up in my pot. The only thing that people really go against is time. And I be up in the clouds, vaporizing with the rest of them. I wanna smoke up over time, each time I think arrested them. I gotta thinking all about the game and accepted them. And why him and them may never do a trouble checking them. And why I'm asking questions over medicine. I've been rapping so long that the people know I can hang with the best of them. You can listen to the radio, but when it's you gon' compromise and realize the truth of this, I'm always better like I'm dreaming.
Another day when I ain't gotta get so high and cope with all of your lies. Fuck you ain't your life. Another day when I ain't gotta hit these lines. This game's killing my mind. I'm dreaming all you would die.
Like I'm dreaming. Nobody walking like I'm dreaming. I tell a motherfucker look. Fucking medicine, I carry heavy metal in the ghetto when I'm hella freaking hard. Load up an AK-47 in a Chevy, riding heavy, fucking petty beef, will never get involved, cause I'm separated, headed, boom, headed, cause I'm ready to be headed, nigga broad. I never would've thought that the devil would've crawled down my head, giving me thoughts of a river what it caused. Took it, took the 42nd for a second, bought the trigger, got the weapon, then I assembled, then I tossed. Another body in the cemetery while I'm eating Ben and Jerry's, and nigga Terrell is really off. Giving the blunt, nigga, what's up, and nigga, bust, enemies dark, nigga should've never let me hit the sauce. Popping the bomb, popping the drum, gotta be done, follow me front, I'm in the slums, them niggas never win a problem. I get the grip and never ready, catch you slipping for your cheddar, little nigga, S would never fuck the law. You put the book into niggas, but you attack me, them blow your medulla, all over the stereo, the ball. Motherfuckers talking shit about the brain, like I'm not willing to go out here and marry niggas' flaws. I'm a killer when the rhetoric and dog, catch a nigga at the rear, like I'm letting really off, like fucking distract nigga, rock a 4 minute jacket for you mismatch niggas. I'll pull up in your hood, bustin' twin gats nigga, turn your Rick Ross beard to a 10 strap nigga. It's click clack killer, did you get that nigga? I'm about to come and murder all you bitch ass niggas. Your girl in the trunk and your kids at dinner, cause I so is a brain sick ass nigga. Like I'm
dreaming of a day when I ain't gotta get so high to cope with all of your lies. Fuck you ain't your life.
Like I'm dreaming. Well, it's not very exciting.
When you feel you're broken, when the ones you love have done you wrong, when you find that the ones you were loyal to never had your back all along, when you feel you're broken, and no one knows your pain, and you know that they'll never understand all the things that are going on in your brain.
When you feel you're broken, when the ones you love have done you wrong, when you find out the ones you were loyal to never had your back all along, when you feel you're broken and no one knows your pain, made you know that they'll never understand all the things that are going on in your brain. When you feel you're broken,
I feel like something's wrong with me. I just wanna disappear anywhere, but here is where I long to be. In the dark, laying on debris. From the wreckage of my sanity, why can't I be as strong as me? But I'm falling to fragments, I'm fractured. Gotta rebuild this rubble before I mumbled my last words. Maybe I'm just a bastard, this bastard. Fast words, feeling captured, going backwards. Trying to ascertain how to have the pain from the past cured. It never ceases till all the pieces that crack merge. Fighting Satan, he knows he's been my captor. Now I'm after repose and verdant pastures. But I'm lost in the shadow of death. Feeling weak up a creek with no paddle and stress. Out of finesse, wishing I was battling less. Mad at my mess, regress, vexed, sad and depressed. And I'm trapped in a panic-induced state. Should I bother fixing myself? All the damage is too great. This planet just spews hate, and damn it, it's too late to break from this depression. This manic and mutates. What do? I feel like I am hopeless. If mental health is wealth, I'm at my brokest. I need help, does anyone even notice? I just try to focus.
when you feel you're broken, when the ones you love have done you wrong, when you find out the ones you were loyal to never had your back all along, when you feel you're broken and no one knows your pain, made you know that they'll never understand all the things that are going on in your brain. When you feel you're broken,
What do I do now? I could pick up the pieces if I just knew how. Every time I look over me, there are new clouds. I don't handle it soberly, I get too loud. Cause I'm drunk and I'm drinking until I'm shit-faced. It wakes up the emotions I try to displace, which take me to a sick place of mistakes. This makes me feel a disgrace that Chris hates. My mind replays my violent days and I get crazed. Don't stop and hide, just walking by like Isaac Hayes. I'm fighting rage, I hike and blaze all night and day. I cannot escape my thoughts, I can't get out, it's like a maze. So much anxiety, disconnect from society. Fires inside of me growing higher. Why did they lie to me? Friends I thought would ride with me violently turned a rivalry, slided me to a high degree. Opposite of delighted me. Let people close, you just test your luck. What do you do after your best friend sets you up? It'll mess you up. Have you depressed as fuck? Now since you don't know who to trust, all the rest get cut. People will cross you if you give them a turn, and they'll come after your dividends earned, all with little concern. Fuck all the love that they didn't return. I guess you live and you learn. When you feel you're broken, when the ones you love have done you wrong, when you find out the
If
ones
you are
loyal to
watching
never
on
had your
Facebook
back
Live
all
or
alone, when you feel
YouTube, you
you're
can click the link in the comments and come join us on Google Meet.
broken.
We'll wait about 5 more minutes, another song, and then start the meeting. See if anybody comes in late.
Let's go something a bit upbeat. For the things that you've done in the past,
Let me see
now
the
your
song
thoughts
on
are as it is to your health. When you feel you're broken, just know you're
What'd you say, Aunt?
You can pick up the pieces.
I said, let's go to something a little more upbeat. I'm trying to see the song already.
I can't. You're breaking up, kind of. What'd you say?
Let's end it on something upbeat.
Upbeat? Gotcha.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes in the moment to get me past pain and confusion, so I'm using to get detached. Titties ass, a risky flash, we're pretty fast. When I simply smash, both in succession, they quickly crash. Now what do I do with this life? I'm trying to be through with this strife. There's too much gloom in this, and I really want to be the luminous type. The transition from negative starts now. I gotta be positive, sick of living in dark clouds. Try to put together this broken, shattered mess. Neurosis at its best, my most combative test.
Is that better, Aunt?
Because my show's astounding and Fago grape I'm gaining.
Fuck yeah.
Abracadabra, Alakazam, what have ya? Quick sleight of hand, I stab ya. Demons crawl out and grab ya. There's plenty laughing, blood on the walls, what happened? A massive murder stabbing, cause wicked shit I'm blaming. Shit come alive, and don't no one survive. Off the light rig I dive, and this shit ain't no jive. I'm psycho illy, snatch out your icy grilly. I owes the mob a milli, bout to knock off a chilies. Mad hoes I'm springing, they want my ding-a-lingin'. They singing, I keep my hatchet swinging. I'm super sick, bozo popper shoot you quick. Why you? Cause you's a dick. Is he dead? Poke 'em, use a stick. I'm heavy, high powered, mad energy devoured the whole Milky Way. Sour, let my acid rain. Shower, everything's a joke. That angel's wings are broke. So hot, just speak of smoke. I'll freak this till I croak.
What's up, y'all? Everybody in the room knows me, but for the ones watching on Facebook Live or on YouTube, my name is D, and I will be hosting your meeting tonight. We're gonna play a word association game where with homies you pick a number, you get a word, you share on it. Everybody gets a chance to share after you on that word. If you are watching on Facebook Live, after the meeting and the recording stops and the live stream stops, if you save that link that's in the comments, you can still come join. We will be hanging out. It is a smaller meeting, so it probably won't run for the full hour. With that being said, we could kick it off with picking numbers. So you got
17.
1 through 100. And you said 17?
17.
17
Yeah.
is dependence. And however you can relate that to recovery, life, people, where you're at with being too dependent on people, or when you were dependent on other things, whatever, however it relates to you. Robert, you want to pick a number?
25.
Motivation. So your word's motivation. However you're trying to deal with being motivated in life, any motivations you have that keep you going through the hard times, anything from the past, present, stuff you're currently working on. Totally up to you how you want to do it. Let's see, you picked 17, so I don't have that. You picked 25, that's my birth date. I don't have that. Fuck, two of my favorite numbers. So, fuck it, we'll go with 31 because I like Halloween. Worrying. Oh, wow, that's great for me right now. Worrying. Oh, we have another person join in. Stacy, are you just here for the entertainment or are you joining the meeting?
He has to pick a number.
Huh?
He has to pick a number. Unless you're there.
She might not be prepared for that yet. But she could pick a number after we get into it. So whoever wants to kick it off, we can kick it off.
Sorry, I was in the bathroom.
That's fine. Do you want to pick a number or are you joining us this time?
Yeah, what is it?
Words with Homies, the word association game. So 1 through 100.
I know, but what? 1 through 100. Okay. Yeah, give me 30.
Okay, I just got 31. You got 30 resentments. Oh, that's great. You just picked a good one. So however you overcome resentments, any resentments you've been holding on to, any thing you're currently dealing with, however you want to relate it to your life, past, future, present. My word's worrying. I got 31. Anthony got dependence, and Robert got motivation. So whoever wants to share first, you can share, and then we can all go around and share on that word.
I'm going to share third. That's my favorite number, so I'll go third.
Okay.
I'll go first then.
Okay. Motivation. What you got for us?
Motivation. Let's see. Well, that's the thing that I'm working on is trying to get motivated back into doing things that I love doing. Because recently I've been struggling with depression. So I've been trying to come up with ways to deal with that, to get motivated back into doing things like coloring, drawing, writing, reading, playing with my cat. And then what keeps me going through life, well, is the person I believe in, and that's God himself. He keeps me going through every day.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, the mental health stuff, man. I suffer with a lack of motivation a lot of times, just going through depression. And a lot of people think depression is really bad. Sometimes it's just a lack of motivation, not wanting to really do anything, and nothing is interesting. And I go through that quite a bit, but I still got to get up out of bed. I still got to go to work. I got bills to pay. I got kids. I got a wife. I have all these motivators, but the motivation to do something different sometimes is lacking. Past few weeks has been pretty rough. I'm just been mentally blank, stressed out, tired, overwhelmed, and I'm just trying to stay motivated to keep pushing forward. Not that I'm worried about drinking or a drug or going off the deep end, but just like trying to spiritually realign so I feel more motivated to get the things done I want to get done. Like it took me a month to change the brakes and rotors on my car because of the lack of motivation to do it, even though everything was sitting right there at my
Wow.
hands. So I totally get
Um,
that.
no. There's another thing that keeps me motivated and keeps me going through day by day, and that's Juggalo family. That's another thing that gives me strength every day is the family.
Yeah. Anthony, you want to share it all on motivation or Stacy? If not, we'll go to the next word.
Kind of in the same mood as Ham with the depression really gets to my motivation.
Your mic's breaking up.
Getting out of bed. Just saying,
There you go.
having the same kind of issues as him with depression getting in the way of motivation.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up there's animals here in the park, and somebody's got to take care of them, goats and chickens and all of that. I ended up taking that job just so I have something to force me to get out of bed and go handle something. At least walk my dogs twice a day, no matter how depressed I am. So I find ways to stimulate or keep myself motivated.
Exactly, having to have a purpose, like, you know what I mean? Even when I don't feel motivated because of the kids and the bills and the wife and the animals and everything else that depends on me, like I stay motivated that way. It's just like wanting, like all the stuff I want to do, like I just don't really feel motivated to do when I'm depressed. I feel that. But it's good to have like a purpose to get up out of bed and do something, you know. It does give you a little kick in the ass.
And that role right over there with that dependency issue is, you know, dependent on not able to break my depression myself, so dependent on something to give me that boost in the ass, which is good. It's a good start. Have something to pull me out of the depression to get me to do something, but the fact that I have to, that I can't just get out of bed and be okay. I'm always stuck in this depressed state. And I spend most of my days hanging out with other people that I can't stand. I'm never really alone. I got voices in my head, a lot of fucking voices in my head. So it's about the company I keep. I go hang out with people, so I'm hanging out with friendly voices instead of the ones that tell me all day all the reasons I should kill myself and all the different methods I should try. So I have a dependency issue on other people. I spend most of my day just trying not to be alone, and even these meetings are a big part of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I can relate to the dependency thing too. Like, especially when I was drinking and drugging, like I was dependent on people to try to make me happy, and people, you know, when I was going through things, and the drugs and the alcohol to help cope with things, you know what I mean? Like, I had a lot of dependency issues, you know, and like through the process of, you know, getting sober, working a 12-step program and doing something different with my life, you know, like really I'm only dependent on myself and my higher power, you know what I mean? Like, that's what gets me through. In music, like if music didn't exist, I wouldn't keep beating, my heart wouldn't keep beating, you know what I mean? Like, God has a way God has a way of speaking through songs to you right at the right time, you know what I mean? So like that's the only thing I try to depend on these days, because like the truth is, like you were saying, you'll be around a bunch of people you don't even want to be around, or whatever the case may be, but like people fail you, humans fail you. Like if you're relying on a substance, a drug, a person or something to make you happy, you know what I mean, or to make you at peace, or to make you keep going, like eventually it's not gonna work. And
yeah, and that's what I was talking about with the animals. That's giving myself a reason why I have to get out. It's only a temporary band-aid. Eventually it's not going to work. I need to find some way to just break these depressions and mindsets on my own.
I mean, like I said, I went through those same things, and I still go through them in sobriety. The lack of motivation, you know what I mean, or having a reason to get up out of bed. But like, there was a pro and a con to everything. Like, right, those animals, like that's different, you know what I mean, than a human. Like, if that helps you get by, like, they love you regardless. They're an animal, you know what I mean? They love whoever's taking care of them, you know? Um, but, like, going through a 12-step program and learning how to identify and spot things and learning our defects and seeing what we can use as assets and overcoming those shortcomings that we all have, man, is, like, the key. And it's not a fucking easy process all the time, but it's not really that hard if you're willing to, like, be honest, to, like, really, like, look at yourself and go, like, these are always an issue. Maybe I should do some change in here. These I can use as an asset. Like, you're using your purpose to help take care of animals as an asset. You know what I mean? Like, that's not a bad thing. And so my word was worrying, which man, here lately, man, I've just been stressed and overwhelmed with life. You know, like I took some unexpected hits in my bank account, so I'm a little worried and I'm a little stressed. But you know, God provides, God gets me by, my higher power gets me by. I don't really worry about too much of anything else. Just bills. I hate bills. They're stressful. But like, there's really, for me, like, there's no point in worrying because I can only control how I think, how I feel, how I act. So I can't really worry about what others think, what others feel, what they're gonna do, how they're gonna act. Like, that's not up to me to worry about. You know, like, if it's not in my own personal control, like, either God has it or He doesn't have it. You know, that's not on me. And like, I personally, being a juggalo and being sober, I don't give a fuck what people think or say about me. Like, so worrying about that kind of shit is like irrelevant.
That's the thing about being a juggler. I am what I am. I love myself. You don't like it, you go fuck off.
Oh man, I'm kicking myself in the ass because I took Stacy's share. I went third.
Oh, you snuck right in there on her.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I
man.
was sort of going on a tangent. My bad. Hey, Jace, we're doing a word association game. You pick a number 1 through 100. You get a word. You share on it. Everybody gets a chance to share on it. So.
All right.
Anthony got the word dependence. He shared on that. Robert got the word motivation. He shared on that. I got the word worrying. I just shared on that. Stacy has the word resentments. She's gonna share on that.
Okay.
And anything like how you overcome with it, deal with it, past experiences, things you're doing with now, however you want to relate it to your life.
Just typical what it means to me.
Yeah. So what number?
I get it.
What number you want? 1 through 100.
17.
Already chosen.
Oh, it's all right.
17.
17 was
I
already
always
picked.
pick 17.
What?
17,
I always
25,
get 17.
30, and 31 were picked.
17 is always my go-to.
Same here.
Yeah. And it's from 1 to 100?
Yep.
All right. I guess I'll. Fuck, it's so typical. I'll go with my birth year. Let's go 87.
Wow.
Scrolling down. Selflessness. That's your word. And Stacy,
Selflessness.
you
Okay.
can share whenever you want on resentments, and you can share on any of those words that we've already went over. Dependency, motivation, worrying. Stacy has resentments, and you have selflessness. All kinds of ties.
She
It
might
ties
have just
together
fought
in the
another
end.
resentment.
Stacy might
Somebody
have a
just fought
resentment
another
that I
resentment.
stole the third share. My bad.
I do not resent you at all, dude.
This is why I fuck with you. Alright, what you got for us?
So when it comes down to resentment, I realized long ago how much resentment kills. And because I used to hold resentment towards a lot of people, And then I realized that it wasn't hurting them, it was hurting me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to change the way I handled my situations because it was getting nowhere.
Yeah. That's true. I totally relate to that. My resentments are what I drank and drug at, and most of them were my own freaking creation, and all it did was destroy me. Like, I'll show you by being angry, and they don't even give two fucks. Like, and
Yeah.
then all the stress and anger that builds up inside you, it doesn't really help you age too well.
Yeah, I totally understand that.
Well, if that's all you got, Stacy, anybody else want to share on resentments?
They're
I
terrible.
mean, I could say a lot more, but like when Frank and I first got together, like everything was like great. Like, you know, as you do in any relationship you first get into, everything seems golden. Nothing can go wrong. Well, after about a year and a half, he started showing his true colors, even though he was in the process of becoming a better man. But it was too much, and I started resenting the way he was and the way he would talk to me and my friends and how he would treat other people differently than me. But then all of that did was end up hurting us in the long run because he didn't even realize what he was doing.
Growing pains. Well, relationships are tough like that. The longer you're with somebody, you can find all the tiniest things that annoy you, and they
Yeah.
build up to resentments when really it's not like the end of the world, because relationships are all about growing and changing together and accepting them for
Yeah.
whatever they got going on at that time, especially with a person in recovery. Like, we're like emotional mental babies when we first get sober, and we're going through all these growing pains that we should have had as like teenagers in our early 20s. So it's very
But
fast
you
and
also
rapid.
realize this is the first relationship that the long-term relationship where I've actually put forth the effort with somebody who's a recovering addict.
Yeah, because it's a rough change for us because we're going through 100 different emotions in a very quick thing and trying to learn how to deal with them like normal people do without substances.
Great.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts.
Plus one, and it was only $2. So if you don't use them all,
Jay,
oh fuck yeah.
Jace, would you like to share on your word? Selflessness.
So yeah, selflessness. To me, like I've always kind of thought that I was a fairly selfless person, even like in my addiction. Right? I always thrived off of like providing service. Like the majority of my adult life, I drove taxi. Right? I liked being the guy that was there to help people, and the one that saves the day and so forth, and like to a fault even, because like here I was like providing the city that I lived in with an essential service. I owned and operated the only taxi company in my small town of Lebanon, Oregon, and like meanwhile my quality of life was total shit, because I was addicted to drugs, and I would take losses and shit like that. I would like give people rides, and accept IOUs and shit, like if I knew them well and all that stuff. But like selflessness is kind of an important thing these days too, because like a big part of the program is service work, is working with another addict, to help them out of the fire and help them recover and so forth. Like I've got a couple of sponsees. I work in the field now. I'm a certified recovery mentor, and like I have to live my life. My job entails just being there to help others without expecting anything in return from them. But like in a sense, I do that I'm selfless in my actions, but it's almost like I do that in a selfish kind of way because like that's the shit that keeps me clean.
As
That's
the saying
being
goes.
in this, yeah, yeah, being in this industry, it keeps the rawness of addiction right in front of my face at all fucking times. Like I work with the houseless population. I work with the people that are overdosing fucking 3 times a week on the regular. I've had to reverse overdoses myself. And it's like it's that type of shit. Me being there to help them is what keeps me clean. So it's like selfishly selfless in a sense. I mean, it's there's a weird contradiction there, but yeah, I mean, selfless is it can be good. It can also be troublesome though. Like if you're so selfless, it's causing yourself harm. But yeah, I don't know. That's about all I got on the topic.
I mean that's that's how the saying goes. You know, it's a selfless but selfish program, right? Because you have to
Yeah.
selflessly give away what was so freely given to you to stay sober, but you also are doing it because that's how you stay sober. And me working in the field too, yeah, I totally get what you mean. Like I've been going through my burnout phase right now just because it's tiresome, man. It can be mentally and emotionally draining, and it could just be a vicious cycle if you let it to be. Like I had to learn from the years of working in the treatment field in a certain way because I help manage a 72 person sober living community. You know, not to ever get attached to anybody. You know, and I can't say I ever thought I was a selfless person, but maybe when I was drinking and drugging, I thought I was selfless, but really I was doing things, seeing what I could get back in return. You know what I mean? One of those type of people. Like, I'm going to help you do X, Y, and Z, but now I feel like you owe me. You know what I mean? I was definitely one of those people. And then when I actually learned what being selfless is, I was always a selfish person because my motives were always wrong in life. You know, I wanted to be the man. I wanted to be the plug. I wanted to be the guy who could do everything and would do everything for you. But it was always like, now you owe me for the things I've done. You know, it was never out of the goodness in my heart. You know what I mean? Oh, Concrete popped back in. What's up, Aaron?
And then I'll also add to the subject that I'm in a scenario here where I'm gonna have to I'm about to learn what selfless means because in June I've got my first baby boy, my first child being born, and that'll I'm sure open my eyes to what selfless really means.
Yeah, dope. Hey, Concrete, thanks for you popping back in here, Aaron. So we're playing Words with Homies. 17, 25, 30, 31, and 87 were the numbers that were already picked. And the words were, let me go through this again. Were dependence, motivation, resentments, worrying, and selflessness. If you want to share on any of those or pick a number and get a word yourself to share on, all game. Same thing with you, Josie.
The only one I remember hearing is resentment. And
well, if you want to pick a number and get your own word, you can. 1 through 100.
Oh God. No, resentment sounds cool.
All right.
I mean, it's not cool, but you know what I mean.
It's a building block. It's a building block for sure.
Can I share right now, or
yeah, go ahead, man. It's open game, man. It's open game.
My name is Aaron. I'm a recovering addict.
What's up, Aaron?
I may have said this before at the last meeting I was at. I can't remember, but like one thing I realized was one of my first early relapses. I went to jail. Uh, this cop came to my trap house. He was looking for a guy that wasn't there anymore. I wouldn't let him search the house, so he held an old marijuana warrant over my head. And still wouldn't let him search my house because I just refused to help cops at the time. And so he locked me up. And I ended up sitting in jail for a week and a half. But I remember telling myself, like, holy shit, I could finally detox. I can get off all this meth and all this other shit that I'm on. Like, I really thought I could detox off of meth in like a week and a half or something, or sleep it off. And then I get out of jail, show up to my house. I'm like, cool, all I got to do is not do it anymore. And somebody showed up with some dope, and instead of saying no, first thing I thought of was like, well, I know that pig wouldn't approve of this. Fucking let me hit that meth. And I'm like fucking destroying my life. And I'm like, yeah, take that, pig. And it wasn't until recently where I thought about that. And I was like, holy shit, that was totally, that first relapse is totally like fueled by resentment. Like, totally fueled by resentment. And yeah, and I remember when they were telling me I had to get over my resentments when I first started getting sober, I was just kind of blindly doing it, like whatever you say, because I was just at that point where I was just done. So get over my resentments, whatever, yeah. And now I'm thinking about it, it's like, yeah, that fueled a lot of my relapses.
Yeah.
And angry guy, and I try not to build more resentments. Like I've been doing a lot of really big shows lately. Like I just did one in Dallas and then one in Hollywood, and like women are trying to talk to me, and I kind of brush them off because I don't want to end up building resentment. I'm the kind of guy that which is
Yeah,
which is fear.
Yeah, I've definitely used resentments as an excuse to go get drunk and high, man. But this time around when I got sober, like when I actually wrote everything out, like I think on my resentment list I had myself in capitals big as I could with like 10 exclamation points like 10 different times because I had finally accepted like I played a part in everything in my life and I can only be upset at the poor choices I made. You know what I mean? Like I played a part in everything. So where I was at when I was hit my bottom was my own choice because I had plenty of opportunities to do something different. I chose not to though. So like once I could accept that I played a hand in everything I did, like facing all the other resentments and then like making amends and doing shit like wasn't a big deal. You know?
Yeah. ABK and Blaze told me I was dope recently. Like, that was fucking cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, well, also, I ended up staying in Dallas I ended up staying at this woman's hotel. She, and she passed out. Like, I got out of the shower and she was passed out. And I remember looking to my left and, like, on the table was like an open half a bottle of Jameson just sitting there open. And I had no desire to drink it. That's
amazing.
just a miracle.
Yeah, I love that.
4 years, almost 5 years later, and I still am just blown away by it. Like, I think I'd be over it by now, but I'm just like, wow.
No, that's still amazing. Like I know you've shared about your one day at the gathering last year, and it sounds like you're in fit condition for a full 3-4 days of nonsense.
Got 5 years off of
that. Josie, would you like to pick a number and share?
I don't want to pick a number. Numbers are lame. You can just give me a word. I'm being difficult today.
Happiness. You have to give me happiness.
There you go. Stacy said
you want happiness?
That's what it is. Yeah. Share on happiness, and then I'm gonna cut. Then I'm gonna cut the recording, and go into the after hours.
Okay, I'd say happiness is when homies and everyone can actually get along and there's no negativity and we can all give each other good karma
Why
and
can't
not
we be friends?
actually. Exactly. There you go. Thank
Fly,
you.
That's
Point
butterfly.
all
exactly.
in my head.
All right. Well, anybody who is watching on Facebook Live or anything, just so you know, you can click the link in the comments, and you can come join us. I'm going to be ending the live streams. So if you would like to come hang out and not be recorded and just hang out with us, click the link. Later, y'all.
Bye.
No, I'm not ending it for us. I'm ending it for the
Oh, I
live.
know.
For the lives. For the lives.